Hey guys, welcome back to the next lecture. Here we'll be going through some of the different elements on the screen. So if you click something by accident on the screen, you know exactly what it is and how to fix it. So we've already covered the menu ribbon, okay, and the shortcut ribbon. So all this, or the quick access toolbar, and this one, the menu tabs, we've already covered that. So we're not going to go through that. We're going to start with the top right hand corner of the screen, okay? Now, this first button is the minimize button. What this does is it sends your entire file, okay? If I can highlight this whole thing, okay, down to here. Now, this is really great. If you have multiple windows open or multiple programs, you can just hide it at the bottom and open it up again when you're ready. So if I press that button now, it's going to send it down here. So I'm just going to highlight it. There it is there. And you can tell it's there because it has a bit of a shading and some coloring on it. So to open it up again, you just want to click on the Excel icon here, and that'll open it up again. So that's the first one. The next one here, which is the restore button, right? What this does is it makes your window smaller. So if I click that, it's made it smaller. Now this is really useful when you have multiple windows open or multiple programs and you kind of want to, let's say you're writing something from a document or from Internet Explorer or Firefox or some internet browser and you're typing it into Excel. It's good so that you don't have to switch from program to program. You can have both things open at the same time. Okay, so that's one of its uses. Now, if you want to make it big again, what you want to do is click that button, which is now the maximize button, so that you get full screen. So let's click that now. There we go. And that's how you make it smaller and then you make it bigger. Now, this next one with this big red X, there's a reason it's red and it's a reason it's an X. What this does is it closes Excel. Okay, now if you've made changes to your document, if it's been saved, now you can tell if your document's been saved by this top part here. If it says book 1 or book 2 or book 3, most likely you haven't saved it yet. Here we've already saved it as page scrolling. So what's going to happen is if I make a change by typing in, let's say Jed, Excel is going to recognize that I made a change. Now it's an updated document. So if I close this, it's going to ask me if I want to save it. Okay, if I want to save the changes. So you got three options. You can save it, right? You can not save it, or you can just cancel the operation. So we're going to cancel it for now. Okay, so it's a great little function in case you pressed it. Excel checks with you and doesn't delete your document because you accidentally pressed it. Okay, now this next button, well, this next set of buttons, this first one we've already covered. It is the maximize and minimize for the menu tab, right? This part here. Okay. So if I click that, it's going to close it. If I click it again, it's going to open it. Pretty simple. This next button is the help button. Okay. This is a inbuilt option for Microsoft Excel. So here you can type in different things. You can look up a lot of documents. If you have anything in particular you want to learn about, function reference, forms, controls, conditional, anything, a whole bunch of stuff. So feel free to type in there. The next one is very similar to the one to the top. Now, in Excel, in this part here, you can have multiple files open in this part here. Okay, so I'm just going to show you that. It's not important that you know how to do this just yet, but I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay. So imagine you had two documents in here, right? What these buttons do, okay, is control the inner windows. So you won't really need to know this just yet, but it's good to know that it's there, right? So what happens is if I click this, you'll notice that this shoots all the way back up here. Okay, so let's try that. If I maximize, there you go, and it's up there now. Okay, so that's what that's for. it controls the inner windows, okay, your files, whereas this, the top layer, controls Excel itself, okay? The next thing we're going to look at is the bottom, down here. So we've already gone through what the zoom function is. You already know what that is. This next one is your different views that you can use in Excel. Now we'll be covering this a bit later. What this does is it helps you set print margins. It helps you set up your page so that when you print it, it looks right. You can put headers and footers and all these extra things. Okay? This bottom part here, this is where all your sheets are. Right now, we've already said in the past, sheets are like pages in a textbook. So your file is the textbook and all these sheets are the individual pages in your textbook. Okay? This next button here at the bottom, it's not going to concern you at all at this stage because that's macros. And macros is pretty much coding. That's like programming language and so on. That's way outside the scope of what we're learning here. Okay? And that's pretty much it, guys. The top parts you already know. The bottoms up here you already know. So I'm not going to go through that again. Just wanted to go through some of the different elements. So hope you learned something. I will see you guys next time.